Get ready, start. I should like to deal with two or three new provisions that are sought to be introduced in the Act by this bill. The Law Minister, while explaining the provisions of this bill, referred only to Clause 8 of the bill, which deals with the question of ordinary residence of a person. I am surprised that he did not refer along with this to clause 6 of the bill. What is the significance of this omission? The candidates to the Lok Sabha are not affected in the least by this deletion of the words. Under the law as it stands at present, a man who is qualified to be a candidate in a particular state by virtue of his registration as a voter in that state can seek election to the Lok Sabha from any other state and from any constituency in the country, but the effect of it will be felt only by a candidate for election to the Council of States. I can very well understand the Lok Sabha readily making the change because its members are not at all affected by it. But I should like to understand the reasons that led the government to acquiesce in this change. Indeed, perhaps the government themselves proposed it in the bill. What are the reasons that led the government to suggest this change? What harm would be done if the name of a man is entered in two constituencies in two different states? It is obvious that he cannot vote in two different states at the same time. The last point that I come to is regarding the amendment of section 118 of the Representation of the People Act 2001, that is clause 36 of the bill as passed by the Lok Sabha. The Law Minister told us that under the definition of bribery as it exists in the 2001 Act, the Supreme Court had decided that in a particular kind of cases, the offense of bribery does not exist. It might be interesting for government to note that the of the law is due to the amendment that was made in 2006. Till that time, sir, corrupt practices were divided into two categories: major corrupt practices and minor corrupt practices, and the receipt of a gratification, that is a bribe, was a minor corrupt practice which could make the election tribunal declare the election of a returned candidate to be void under certain circumstances. Government themselves did away with that section which dealt with minor corrupt practices in detail.